Hi, I'm Ted. Welcome to River Channel. I'm sitting in the bottom of the canoe because we broke the seat. Great Falls in the Machias Rapid there about a month or so, and kind of came apart. Had to actually take the camp saw and cut it out because everything was bent. We didn't have a wrench to get it out, so we just cut the whole thing out. And so now we're going to rebuild another one. So let's take it from here into the wood shop, and I'll show you step by step how you can rebuild a canoe seat. Okay, so you've got to measure your seats to find out how big they are in your boat. I'm going to cut mine just a little long so that I can set it on top of the boat and trim it to the right size. But it's 1.5 inch stock, and it's ash usually they make out of the yokes and the seats and out of the canoes. I don't have any ash, but I've got some birch here that I'm going to cut to length. I got to rip down to 1.5 inches. It's about 3/4 inch thick, so I'll rip that down, cut it up. Okay, I want to center the seat, so I'm going to find the center, and then from there the seat is 13.5 inches wide, well, across the boat. So I'm going to put half of 13 and half of 16 3/4. So I'm going to measure 6 3/4 from each side of the center, and that should center my seat. Okay, I'm going to join these short pieces, go here, with dowels. I'm going to put 2 dowels in there so they don't spin. I want to divide this into thirds so I can get 2 dowels on each side, and 1.5 inches divided by 3 is half. So I took my speed square, measured it in about 1/2 inch, or exactly 1/2 inch, put it here, made a mark, put it here, and made a mark. I'm going to do this on all 4 sides so that I can measure up with my dowels. I also want to center the dowels up and down, and so this is 3/4 inch, so half of that is 3/8. So now I'm going to set my depth to 3/8 and do a cross mark so I can get right in the center. Then do the same thing on the long rails so that I can get the dowels to line up here. It can be tough to keep drill bits from sliding around when you first start the hole, so I'm going to take a nail and a hammer, and I'm just going to punch a little hole right in the center of that intersection so I can have something to start the drill bit. Now I'll drill these holes out with a small bit and then work my way up to 3/8, which is the size of my dowel. I'd like to drill these out on my drill press, but they're just too long, too tall to fit in there. And so in order to guide the depth, to get the right depth, I measured out 5/8 of an inch. I'll probably go in
that have the dowels to be 1 inch, but I like to have just a little bit extra room for glue. So I put this 5/8 up on either side, and I'll drill them out this way. And you want to make sure to keep it nice and straight so that instead of going off at an angle, so that those dowels fit in better.
Okay, got some 3/8 inch dowel here, and I'm just going to put a mark every 8 inches, yeah, 1 mark every 1 inch for 8. Okay, we'll let the glue dry, and we'll come back and round over the edges. All right, glue's dry, so now I got, most of the edges are pretty flush. I got one side that's about a 30-second high, so I'm gonna sand that down. Not a big deal, it's gonna be held, it's gonna be covered by the webbing for the seat anyway. But also there's glue on there that I wanna sand off because the finish will stick better, and it won't mess up the varnish as much as if I can get that off, so. Okay, now we got our round over bit on the router table. I'm going to round off all the edges. That'll help it take a finish a little bit better, and also help it from being sharp edges and may catch something and splinter the wood. Okay, touched it up again with some 120 grit sandpaper just to give it a little bit more of a sheen, and now I'm going to put a bunch of coats of this spar urethane on it. Probably going to put like 5, maybe even 6 coats on it just to make sure it holds up. Okay, we're back. We've got our seat frame here. I got about 5 coats of that spar urethane on it, and so now let's put on the webbing. I initially tried to be frugal and just yank all the staples out of this old webbing and try to reuse it, but it's hard getting those staples, getting the staples out. And then I looked, and
this webbing's 10 yards for 10 bucks, and so it just wasn't really worth the time to try to save this. So I bought some 1.5-inch webbing, and we'll cut it to length and staple it on. To keep the ends from fraying, I'm gonna melt them with this blowtorch. Okay, we want to wrap our webbing all the way around and secure it to the inside of the frame on both sides. So we'll get it spaced just right. Secure it with some galvanized staples. That way they won't rust. Tighten that up a little bit. Now we're going to weave the long pieces through. I'm going to alternate going on top and then coming under. All right, we got our seat. Let's go put it in the boat. Before I can put it in the boat, I want to, cut it a little bit long, or I made it a little bit long so I could trim it to the right length. So I'm going to put the old seat on top of it and mark sort of the angles of the side frame, how long it should be. Then we can drill the holes and put it in. Okay, the holes to mount the screws through are on the old seat about a 1/2 inch in from the edge, and to center it in the middle of the stock I made a mark at 3/4 of an inch, which is halfway, so we'll drill out the holes. So I was hoping to save the screws to go from the mount the seat into the boat, but taking them off, they're on pretty tight and they're kind of bent, so I'm gonna have to get some new ones, but I'll show you how I'm gonna do it here so I can finish up the video. So you got a screw, you got a top washer that goes down through the gunnel, then the spacer, then the seat goes on, then this washer, and the nut like that.
So there you have it. There's a brand new canoe seat, which cost me $10 for both of them because just about the webbing. I had all the scrap wood kicking around the house, luckily. So best of luck. Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope to see you on the river in a canoe.